You mentioned something about us extracting ourselves from the chaos that is happening, focusing internally. Would you then say it was a wrong move by South Africa to take the Israel to the International Court of Justice with regards to their crimes in Gaza?
Without a doubt. And I'll say this, if they want to lynch me, let them lynch me. I don't care. South Africa should never have taken Israel to the International Court of Justice. Never. Mm-hmm. And I'll explain why. Number one, that conflict that is going on between Palestine and Israel is a very old conflict.
Yes.
The idea that Cyril can sort it out by taking Israel to the because what do you get ultimately? Here's the thing. There is something called strategy, mm-hmm. and there's something called tactics. Strategy is the end goal. Mm-hmm. What do you get after doing everything else that you have done? What do you get? That is strategy. Tactics. Which route do I take to get what I want? So tell me, what did South Africa want to get by taking Israel to the international? What do you get?
Nothing.
It's idiotic. It's an idiotic strategy. So that's number one. Number two, Palestine is an Arabic society. Mm-hmm. It's surrounded by Arab neighbors. Mm-hmm. Egypt, Lebanon, you can name them, right? When there's fire in a house next door, who helps first?
And the neighbors.
The neighbors.
Yes.
It's not a guy who's going to come from a neighboring village.
Yes.
To
put out the fire.
No, it's the neighbor.
Yes.
Yeah. Why are the neighbors not taking Israel to the international?
Interesting
Why?
point.
Why?
Point.
Why is Palestine jumping over the neighbors to come to the southern tip of Africa to say, take this case to the international? Why? Why are the neighbors? Why is Egypt not doing it?
Interesting.
Now, that's what I call thinking.
Yes.
Cyril and his bunch can't think. If anybody came to me as a leader of South Africa and say, take Israel to the International Criminal Court, I would say, okay, tell me, why are the neighbors not going? Mm-hmm. Yeah. They are not going because they did not want to injure their national interests. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So South Africa ran there as a bunch of idiots to injure their own national interests. That's why now we are a target of the US. We have made ourselves the target of the US because we are stupid.
Yeah, because Israel is an extension of
the US. We know that.
Yeah.
I mean, the Israeli lobby controls power in the US.
True.
Yeah. So once you get into that space, you must know what you are going to do when those big powers start pummeling you. And South Africa now is being pummeled. And let me tell you who the victims will be ultimately, by the way. And this is extremely important. The victims of all this chaos that Cyril has created between the US and America will be employees who have jobs in companies here in South Africa. Let me give you an example. BMW exports an X5 hybrid. A lot of those cars go to the US. Mm-hmm. Once they did what Trump has done to us, the BMW will have to downsize in Roslyn because these cars, if we continue to export them to the US, they will be more expensive. The Americans won't buy them. They will buy locally manufactured cars in the US.
Yeah.
It means that the worker here in the north of Pretoria is going to lose a job because of Cyril Ramaphosa. Let's simplify this so that people get it.
Yeah.
There will be someone who's going to lose a job here in Pretoria and in PE, Gqeberha, Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Someone is going to lose a job there because of Cyril Ramaphosa's stupidity. Full stop.
Prince, maybe, I know you are pressed for time. We'll have part 2 in the next time. But to close it off, there's a point I forgot when we were talking about the future of South Africa, ANC, GNU. There's a point I wanted to ponder with you, which has also been discussed in political corridors. Patrice Motsepe, President of South Africa 2029, possible?
He wants it. I know he wants it. Yeah. No, I know he wants it.
Would he get it? Does he stand a chance?
His mistake, by the way, I once whispered to someone who claimed to be part of that project. I said, and it's a long time ago, he's been working on this thing for a long time.
Yes.
If you see what he's doing with churches, if you see what he has been doing with traditional leaders, And even this CAF thing, by the way, to boost his...
public standing, yeah.
I said to this person, go whisper into his ear. He must forget about the ANC. The ANC is a spent force. If he touches the ANC, he's not going to succeed. His mistake, in my view, is to think that in order for him to be president of South Africa, he must go via the ANC. The ANC has become so discredited in South Africa that anyone who associates with that party becomes hated by society. And for a reason, by the way, the ANC, the damage the ANC has done to South Africa, by the way, and to the image of black people is irreparable. So, Patrice Motsepe, he has all the money. He could get it, by the way, if he was smart and he has good strategies. He could get it. Because politics, by the way, it's about two things. It's about three things, actually. It's about personality. He does have he's known, he's recognizable. There's no average South African who doesn't know who Patrice Motsepe is. Yeah. So if you took me, for example, I'm not known, and you say, I want to be president of South Africa, some villagers say, who is this chap? Yeah. But Patrice Motsepe is known. Number two, it's about what you are selling. Call it ideology. What is it that you are promising to society? Because society wants to get something. Tell them what you're going to give them so they can go vote for you. That strategies can sort out. It's easy. Number three is about money, and it's very important. You need a lot of money, my friend. You must buy as many t-shirts as possible. And as many streetwise too as possible, and hire as many buses as possible to transport people to rallies. That's how we do our politics. That he has, but he has made a tactical mistake, associating himself and thinking that he must go through a hated party that has lost all credibility, the African National Congress.
What if then...
They won't get it if he goes through that route.
But what if then he does what you say he must do? He disassociates himself with the ANC. So in the midst of the chaos post-2027, be it Paul Mashatile or Phila Mbalula is a new president of the ANC, with that chaos of ANC factions finishing each other off as is usually the case.
They will happen.
Exactly. Then in comes Patrice Motsepe through his friends in big business. They present him as this third choice, as this neutral person who will save the day. Okay, ANC factions, put down the guns. There's no need to fight. Cyril Ramaphosa, you are done. We are done with you. Move to the side. Patrice, here is the man. Come in. As not through the ANC vehicle, but as a neutral, totally neutral party, an established business person who's done a lot, also now at CAF, blah, 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 with ZCC, all these things
all of that
he's doing.
Many badges.
Yeah. He comes in, he's presented as this guy. No scandal. He doesn't have a scandal under his name. A successful businessman.
Sundowns
winning since he took over. He turned CAF around. I mean, I saw the PR around the past AFCON, the best since. But you can see that there's this building of Motsepe as a fixer of things. So now he must fix South Africa.
Okay, let me say this. And I say this as a political scientist.
Yeah.
South Africa is ripe for messianic politics.
Yeah.
When a country has lost all hope, like we have, we have lost hope. Let's be honest, as a society, we have lost hope. Just go into communities and see how the youth are hopeless, how they drink. It is no hope. We have reached that point.
Yes.
When people have reached that point, they're looking for a savior, a messiah to save them. That's where we are as a society. So, if a Patrice, for example, were to present himself as a messiah, and that thing is packaged smartly,
yes,
he would stand a chance. That's my answer. It will depend on how that whole thing is packaged.
Yeah.
He would stand a chance. But if he goes via the ANC, he stands no chance.
None whatsoever.
By the way, he will go down with the ANC.
Yeah.
He will be crucified for the sins committed by the ANC.